Okay, we're now on Generation Z. That's probably you. You were probably born 1995, 1996. That would make you, what, about 23, 24 years old? You could have been born in 2010, in which case, welcome. You have 40, 45 years of work ahead of you. Fantastic. Good of you at age, what, 10, 9 or 10 years old to be watching this course. So you know what you've got to look forward to. Now, this generation is, of course, grown up with a mobile phone, grown up with a tablet, is the most tech. Maybe you've got an implant, the mark of Cain. Perhaps you've got chips implanted into you. You are the most, or this generation, I should say, is the most tech competent of any generation. Progression is so much faster, pick up a new development so much quicker than any other employees. Generation Z are natural entrepreneurs. They want to start their own business. They want to hire people, because if they hire, they delegate. If they delegate, they expand. If they start their own business, they keep all the profits. They're in control of their lives. They're in control of when they start work, when they finish. Unless, of course, you argue that the market is in control. The demand is there. If you do not meet it, your competitor does. It's a good job you've got all those staff. Hang on a minute. The staff that you've got, they seem to say the same things when I ask them questions. Oh, I see. Chatbots. Okay. It appears you've got a lot of staff. Certainly you have delegated work, so actually maybe you don't work very hard at all because you understand technology. You understand how technology can not only increase your profits, but can also save time. This generation is described as always on, always available. And of course, they can multitask, have a variety of different screens open at any one time. However, because they are aware of what can be done with technology, they're aware of fake news. They're aware of how, for example, you could take my image and you could put my image into, say, a film like The Terminator, and suddenly I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, except I'm not, I'm me, but I'm shown in the film. And then you could say, look, I'm taught by that teacher, that instructor. He said he was an actor. Look, he was in Terminator. Because they are aware of what can be done with technology, they have a more, should we say, a realistic outlook over the idealism of Generation Y. Highly mobile, using technology, things like LinkedIn, for example, which isn't that modern, but they are quickly aware of any vacancies. There's also headhunters who are paid by commission. I'm often approached by agencies who say, would I be interested in working at a particular school? Would I like to put in an application to be head of this department, head of that department? Because they get commission. It's not they're particularly interested in me, but they want to put my CV next to other people's CV to show the school that they are the best agency. So the school will use that agency again. And so this generation are very mobile. They haven't got the company loyalty. And if they're more than a year in a job, then they're only going to learn what the company learns. So in other words, they learn what is in that job, in that company. Maybe they attend college, perhaps one day a week, one evening a week, or they learn virtually, they learn on Udemy courses, MOOC courses, and Coursera courses, etc., etc. But if they attend college, they meet people from other employers in similar type of job. They hear of vacancies, the network, the word of mouth. Even if they don't, they go on LinkedIn and they know of other people. They have 500 contacts, 450 they've never met in their lives, or 499 they've never met, but they hear of a vacancy. So they haven't got the company loyalty. Why would they move companies? Higher pay, perhaps better location, or they agree with the social enterprise or the social responsibility policy of that company, or they just like the perks, or they just want a change. Short concentration spans for lectures, for example, short concentration spans for work. They don't want to stay too long in one job. And they don't really know about a time when there is no social media. They don't know of a time when the technology was not there. Therefore, they are heavily reliant on that technology. And so if the technology breaks down or there's a bug or malware or a virus or something, they are stuffed. They don't know what to do. I've observed teachers as part of my job when I was not running conferences, and I have seen teachers in class where the laptop breaks down or they can't get access or the wire's loose or something, and they haven't got lessons off the cuff. They can't teach without that carefully prepared PowerPoint-based lesson. I taught in Trinidad a few years ago. Nothing worked. There wasn't even any glass in the windows. There's a thunderstorm outside. I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we haven't got any facilities except this is a classroom. And I could teach with chalk and a blackboard because I'm old school, not because I'm particularly adaptable, but because we were always taught not to rely on technology. If you base your lesson on using technology, then that's great. You can use the technology, you can develop the lesson. But if the technology doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Now, in the UK, there are about 3% of the workforce are what's called as maturists. 33% are baby boomers, 35% are Generation X, 29% are Generation Y. And the rest are Generation Z, who want security and stability. Generation Y want freedom and flexibility. Generation X, work-life balance. Baby boomers want the job security. Those are the differences. And so when you are employing a workforce, you know what different generations want, you know what different motivators there are. Now that's on the employment side. We're now going to look at from the marketing, from the selling side. Remember that marketing is a process of identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customers' needs and wants profitably. So we move on to the selling to section of this course.